Welcome back to Benny's Custom Works, proudly supported by Welding and Sparesbox. Don't forget Benny 5 on checkout. This week, we have this weird box looking thing on the hoist which doesn't have an engine, it only has 3 wheels. Why 3 wheels, you ask? 2 on the ground, 1's the spare. So this is my drag challenge trailer. We have already talked about it a little bit, but today we are gonna make it work in my application because if you aren't aware, there's no side doors, just like the U-Hauls in the US. And that's the biggest downfall with these trailers. Our previous drag challenge trailer had side doors, but probably was bigger than we needed. So we've gone for this Eiffel Williams trailer, which is actually built in the UK. I picked it up secondhand. It's already got a crank and Australia flag wrap, which unfortunately we're gonna have to either go over or remove. But all things considered, it's a pretty good trailer. Paid 3 grand for it. It's watertight, it's lockable. It's got a roller door too instead of flappy doors that get in the way. So yeah, I think it's gonna work out pretty well for us. We're gonna make a floor today, which is gonna be a slide out drawer. Then it means we can access all the things at the front of the trailer without having to unpack the whole trailer. We've also got some other work to do on it as well, so let's dive on in.
Why don't these have doors on the side?
Probably for strength, because if you cut, it's kind of like this aluminium track around the outside. That's basically the strength of the trailer. It's pretty horrendous riveting going on here. They're just not tight. Still, I don't like them. It's just so bulky. Yeah. Oh, that's right. Because that one's got dodgy tech screws in it.
It makes it look like a spaceship.
You're a spaceship.
That's why I think I like them more.
Because you're a spaceship.
Because it looks
Because it resonates with your people. That's a pretty nifty little bracket, that, eh? Damn it.
We need the SpongeBob transition here. A few moments later.
Like, I'm not going to throw them out.
Until the week before you need them.
They're definitely not staying on here long term. Maybe I'll get over this trailer and sell it in 6 months, who knows? That is a common thing
what,
here.
you'd like revert it back?
Buy something and then spend money on it and sell it and lose money. That's pretty much how I roll. Project car life.
But he's saying to sell it, you'd revert it back to these spaceship.
There's probably no reason for the next person to have quick release mudguards. The people probably don't know why we need quick release mudguards yet.
Are you about to answer that?
In a minute.
Okay.
Just leave me in suspense.
Yeah.
Be gone, spaceship. Coming at ya. Got ya. Yeah. He's like, oh shit, I'm dead.
Like duck. So you're gonna sell those to Elon or?
SpaceX?
Yeah.
Maybe. They'd probably end up in the new Cybertruck 2.0 or something. Like, that'll work fine for me. There we go.
That trailer obviously doesn't weigh very much, especially without
like 200
wheels
kilos
on. Careful, don't bring that spaceship back into the atmosphere too quick. What's the other option?
Oh, to have it flush up on the top there.
Yeah, is there droop involved with this?
Is there what?
Droop, like, no, there's no suspension.
Yeah, there is.
There is?
Yeah, so yeah, you're right. I probably should find the center line of the wheel with it at least on the ground because it will change marginally.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was implying.
Yeah.
Those words exactly too.
Yep. I thought so. I thought that's where you were going with it, but I just didn't want to assume. Ow.
Oh no.
Are we?
Don't tell me you tweaked your back again.
It's a twinge at the moment, but give it a minute.
Why are you changing the guards anyway?
So that this trailer will fit in the back of the Ram.
Ah, that's interesting.
So when we go drag challenging, because most of it's interstate, actually all the events are interstate, the whole problem's always been trying to get the support trailer and the CRESTA to the event, because I typically don't drive the CRESTA. So now that'll mean we can put this in the back of the Ram and the CRESTA on the car trailer.
How would you get this up and into the back of the Ram?
Well, that'll be another episode, won't it?
Ooh, cliffhangers.
No, I'm going to make ramps and I'm going to put a winch in the bed of the Ram.
Oh,
and for anyone wondering, the drawbar actually unbolts off these factory. So it'll basically be flush with the box. And I think I'll make some another wheel arrangement that bolts to the front edge so that it's not trying to do these ones. Definitely needs to be slammed.
Yeah.
That looks stupid.
Yeah. I didn't even need to say anything. Oh no. Oh no.
They're kind of in the guards.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's fine, right?
Fine-ish. I think we might scrap the mudguard idea for today, eh?
Oh yeah?
Because I've potentially got some other wheels. Because the problem with these is they're actually quite low offset, which has never been a problem with anything ever before. But today it is. I think we'll just focus on the building the rack today. I want higher offset wheels to effectively narrow the track. Because the other thing I didn't realise is when I measured the back of the Ram, I measured in the wrong spot. And these wheels won't fit in the back by about 30 mil.
Oh man.
So if I get higher offset wheels, that fixes that problem.
So what you're saying is you changed your mind and you actually like the spaceship guards better.
I do not. I don't like the look of them, but the other thing that annoys me now is it's rubbed. And there's holes and...
True, better put it on.
Like 95 to there. It's going to be like literally right on.
Wow, that close. That's going to make
If it had to, that cap could come out. I was just saying the wheels are going to work.
Oh,
just.
good. So you just checked the offset?
Yeah, so I had a photo, which the photo's not mega accurate.
Yep.
But it's probably worse than the actual measurement. Like, so it measures at 100 mil, and these measure at 95 or something. The only issue might be tyre bulge. But then if I add the brake disc, that's going to add probably 7 or 8 mil to that flange, so it'll add another.
Yep.
As long as the brakes are going to work.
What would make them not work? Just the diameter of the wheel or brake clearance on the wheel itself?
Both, yeah.
Bless you. You really put the pressure on yourself when you put this letter C in the middle of the B and the W.
Why?
Like the whole custom thing. You know, you just...
Benny's off-the-shelf works doesn't have the same ring to it. We do use a lot of off-the-shelf parts these days though, because they just work.
Yeah.
I don't make anywhere near the amount of stuff I used to make, because the quality of Australian aftermarket stuff is just so much better than it used to be.
Oh, that's good, I think.
You know what I've noticed though, like, and this is, I'm not targeting one specific country or market or manufacturer, but US people seem a lot more tolerant to shitty aftermarket parts, stuff that doesn't fit. Like, there's a specific company which I'll never name, but their stuff's junk, but they happily sell it in America still. Because the problem is the other ones with the lower offset are gonna go over the head of the disc and go towards the rotor, because the smallest rotor I can get is nearly the same diameter of that wheel. So, well, not quite, but yeah, it's definitely on the tight end, shall we say. So I'll get these other wheels, but it may mean we go back to the rocket guards. They still needed to come off anyway, because I need to make them removable.
Yeah, to
so
fit
I'll
in the back of the Ram.
like this bolt, how it goes through the guard, I'll probably just drill that out so that it just slips over the top now instead of actually holding the guard.
Yeah. How will it lock in?
Well, I could just nutsert it, like put some nutserts here and bolt it. I'll probably do the same there. I'll nutsert that piece. These wheels with those plastic guards isn't going to work, because when we add the brake disc, this will be outside of the guard, and there's no point even having guards on it at that point.
I see.
Which is a little bit annoying, because those are much more compact. And then the other thing is we'll have to have some sort of wheels for transit, because those wheels are going to be too wide for the trailer. Oh well, onwards and upwards. So I'm going to have to set them here somewhere, because this piece is the part that's going to stay on the drawer.
Oh, that's different to what I imagined.
What were you imagining, Gian?
I thought that this
me.
surface would lay flat
Ah,
here.
no, because the problem is if you go that way,
Yep.
all the weight is going to be
Yeah.
so flimsy, whereas you turn that on its edge,
Yep.
and the strength is like a lot more.
Okay.
I can't give you the number because I'm not an engineer.
But it's not a bee's dick more.
It's not a bee's dick. No, it's a lot of It's a lot of bees' dicks.
I see.
It's a cacophony of bees' dicks.
I see. And you also mentioned in a separate video that you were actually going to make fold-out legs to help support.
They won't be
weight?
fold out. They'll drop down much like the other back legs.
Yep.
And these sliders are rated to like 200 kilos each. So the trailer weighs 250, and then we can put 500 in it. Now this isn't the steel I'm using. I'm just using that as a measuring length, basically. Call it 1750. 18 mil, call it 20. 1065, 975 times 3. what I want to do is basically buy one sheet of form ply that I can make the floor and the headboard out of, and the sheet's 2400 by 12. We know I've got less than 1200 wide, so in order for us to use the sheet on the floor and the headboard, we've got 1750 on the base, and then we've got 650 left of that 2400 sheet to go up with. So yeah, that should work pretty good. I've just got to work out, don't say me tape measure, I've just got to work out if I want to put, no, I have to put it on top, because if I put it in front of it, then that's going to make the whole thing longer, which won't work. Brain. So if I make, so technically that is going to have to be 1750 and then take 25 mil off that for the sheet, because the square tube's going to be there, and then the headboard's going to sit on top of that. Things.
I see, yeah. All those little things that you sort of, I know I overlook sometimes. Sometimes when I never build stuff that I never build.
And then we need another 975 because I want to have one at the bottom, one at the top. Because then I can screw the headboard sheet and the floor sheet. Because otherwise then we're going to end up with sheet just flopping around. Sheet which I can't get today, as it turns out, that you can't buy form ply as easily as I thought. I can go to the Hammer Barn to get it, but I don't really like going to the Hammer Barn when there's local other suppliers, so maybe I can order one through a local supplier. Good old Hammer Barn.
You don't like to support Hammer Barn?
It's not that I don't like to support it, I just feel like they're expensive.
Yeah.
And I'd rather support a mum and dad shop locally than Hammer Barn.
Yeah.
It's not always hammer time.
Do you want to hold that there?
Sure, I'd love it. You like that? You see that?
Yeah, you meant to do that.
Yeah,
That's
I did.
cool. That's like a Batman move.
Oh, what? Sure. Need 2 more 975s and 2 600s. Did you get that?
Yeah, so 2 of the long ones, 2 of the short ones.
No. 2 of the medium ones and then 2 short ones.
Cool.
That's 1750, 975.
Okay.
Need 2 more 975s,
Copy.
and then we need 2 600s. John's just like, I concur.
I'll take your word for it.
Words.
Filming.
Potato.
Film Benny. Must
I'd
film.
like some potato right now. I do like a good chippered potato. Said hockey puck is very handy for things that aren't hockey. No, there was a mark on the tape measure at 970 and I was like, uh-oh.
Wrong measurement.
I thought I'd measured once and cut once instead of measuring twice and cutting once. That's a bad time when you're pizza instead of French fry. Close enough. How good's the zinc flash over at the end?
Why are you all of a sudden measuring and then looking slightly...
They're 5 mil short. Because that, on the tape measure, I've looked at 600. The number is above 5 mil below it, like so it's before the line. So I've just gone bang, 5 mil, 5 mil.
Throw that tape measure in the bin.
Nah, it's expensive tape measure. Yes, I did buy this much tube for that much tube. Sorry, it's pipe, not tube.
Measure once, cut once just seems much more efficient than having to do everything sort of twice.
I mean, we got more steel, so we just cut it again. That'll lock the leg, and then that'll get welded to the square frame. I drew this because this was my, is everything going to fit in the trailer measurement?
Yeah, I see.
So I packed all the stuff on the floor inside that perimeter.
Ah, nice.
So that was my
worked.
proof of concept of, have I gone and bought too small of a trailer?
Yeah, nice.
And the answer was probably not. So we'll tack this as a rectangle and then measure it diagonally to square it. Stop it.
Wow.
I will put these in a lathing machine, a shoulder on that now, because that's just That's just asking to be welded together. Please, sir, weld me together. $2.19. Brown. Spot on now. Welding.
The moment of truth.
Mint. So now we just got to put that center brace in. So there's another piece to go across the middle. We'll tack that in, then we'll weld it all up, measure that a square. I don't like welding on the concrete sometimes because if that concrete's not floated flat,
Yeah.
you can actually weld the frame out a square. But it's, I mean, if the floor of the trailer's square, that's square. So, and then yeah, it's gonna basically come out to about here.
Yeah, perfect.
Then it means we won't have sore backs.
As much.
Yeah, from that anyway. Pretty good.
Nice.
Welding. I can't recommend fixture tables highly enough. We'll actually machine that down though, the weld, because I want it to actually go all the way up into this.
Yeah.
Because at the moment that probably sits proud.
Yeah.
Yeah, see the weld's bigger than the diameter of that tube. The runner has actually got plastic components in it. So what I want to do is basically tack these 4 on, then I'll slide it all the way out, then I'll do all the actual melting of bad bits. But yeah, it should be sweet, hopefully. Fingers crossed. And yes, I probably could have bolted this angle to this track, but the problem is, well, I couldn't have bolted this angle because the angle's not deep enough. I would have needed 75mm by 75, and then I've got too much width, and I'd have to cut it. So welding to this is fine, then we're going to bolt the track to the tray, or the drawer, whatever you want to call it. Yes, I have asbestos fingers.
You're saying that because you're going to get yelled at in the comments for
not wearing gloves.
Yeah.
You get skin cancer, probably. I don't think it's from welding though.
Yeah, right. Is it, is the theory like UV ray or something?
Oh, it's not a theory, it's very real.
Oh, okay, right.
It's for sure a thing.
Oh, okay, I see.
That's the other reason I only tack them too, because when I get it wrong, I can cut them off and I can pretend it never happened and you'll never even see it in the edit. Ow, you
Dance for me.
Oh yeah, that's a burn. That's a good one. It hasn't even actually melted, it's only just got a bit wibbly wobbly.
Because like there's no other way you can really do this, right? You can't really take this.
I could bolt that to that, but as I said before, I'd need 75mm by 75mm angle. And then these tabs are too deep, so I'd have to cut the angle down anyway. Unless there's like a 75 by 50, there might be like a weird uneven angle maybe that I don't know about because I'm not a weldologist, but who knows. Can you pass me a sash clamp, please? Why is it an F clamp?
Because, you know, it's the shape of the letter F.
Oh, okay.
Why is it a sash clamp?
Because it's the shape of a letter sash. Because the thing is, like, if we put a headboard here,
Yeah.
yeah, it's going to stop things moving forward, but we're going to put eyelets in it to strap things anyway. So do I bother putting a headboard in?
Is it something you can
if
do
things go
later
in
if
front
it's
of
a
it, then
problem?
it's harder to get to.
Yeah, true. Is it something you can incorporate later if it is a problem? Or
Yeah,
is
I just pull it out and weld it on. So let's revisit the slider scenario. The cool thing is by the time we put the form ply on the top, it'll be level with this. So it'll be flush with these edges,
Oh,
like the
yeah.
runner edges. It's not light anymore.
Do you need a hand or are you good?
I don't know yet. Because the problem is, it's effectively now wider. It's wider than the doorway because the tabs
Oh, yes, of
tucked
course.
behind. It's going to be tight.
Oh my God. Nailed it.
Guessed well.
Perfection,
Sure.
basically.
Just means we're going to have to be very accurate drilling these holes. Those bolts should be tight to pull the runner straight because they're all finger tight at the moment.
Yep.
I wonder if I can just hit them with a zinger without having to pull it back out. What have we learnt today?
Perfection is key.
Yeah. Check what hardware you're actually working with. I just want it out like that far
Yeah.
because the other thing is if these runners aren't parallel, it's not going to lock. So I think what I'm going to do is drill the back corners and then we'll bolt both the back corners in. Then once that's tight, we'll drill up the thing basically.
And obviously, being wood, it would have to have some sort of weather resistance, especially at the bottom.
Yeah. Oh, it's like a manufactured wood type of thing. Oh yeah. Uh-oh.
Oh, no.
Nah, not really.
Oh, man. You got me good.
We're going to be black tub,
Yep.
toolbox,
Yep.
more black tubs, I think, or tyres.
When you say toolbox, the toolbox being orientated,
Drawers open this way.
yeah, cool.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah, because the problem is if the toolbox went that way, it actually eats up too much width
Yep.
because the toolbox goes to like there.
Yeah.
So if it's this way, it's basically 2 black tubs in width
Yep. Nice. And then you don't have to unload everything else off the thing to be
get
able to
into
open
the
the
drawers.
drawers.
Exactly.
Amazing.
We'll have to cut these pretty much to length, like because they'll hang out the door otherwise. Yeah, I'll literally drill a hole saw through the timber.
Yeah, hole saw is in hole a hole.
Yeah, as in not a
WHOLE
partial.
hole. Yeah.
You weirdo. Why on earth would you think that a hole saw would be like a hole, not a part of?
No, as in like, I was just not sure if it was WHOLE
Why
or
would it be that?
HOLE.
Why would it be WHOLE?
Like, as in a whole circle. But yeah, you're right.
Yeah, but what other sort of circle would you drill with a drill? You can't drill half a circle with a drill.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
I don't know what you're saying.
No, I do.
I'm lost.
Well, no, I'm
I
not
feel like I'm
suggesting...
on Lost and you're the smoke monster, like just cooked. Like proper.
I'm not suggesting
Please
that,
fit.
that there would
Please
be an
fit.
alternative.
Look at that. Once I grease those slides properly too, they'll slide so much nicer. Because it's not bolted in at the moment either, so it's all flexing a bit.
Yep.
So once that's properly bolted in, which PS, by the way, you're going to be the poor dude in there while I'm on the rattle gun under it. Because they're
Fair
nylock,
enough.
so you either can be the guy on the gun under it and maybe round them off,
Oh, yeah.
or I
Nah.
can be the guy that rounds them off.
Yeah, I'd rather you be the
Do
guy
you want the
that stuffs it
responsibility,
up.
or you
Nah.
want me to have the responsibility?
Nah, you take the responsibility, that's
Mad.
fine.
I
Also,
thought
don't
that- I
talk too
thought
much.
that'd
The
be how
battery's
that'd
about
go.
to die.
Sorry?
The battery's about to die on the
See ya.
camera. Don't talk anymore. I think the rest of the video should just be you like pulling the
Just
drawers
pulling the
out
drawer in and out.
back in. Yeah,
Like 100 times. I mean, you're you, but
yeah.
for normal people, it's not that cold.
I was waiting for that, something like that.
Arctic Gian.
Different to Arctic monkeys.
Very different. What's an Arctic Monkeys again?
You know that indie rock band.
Oh.
It's all in the prep. Will there be fire used in today's bag of tricks?
No fire.
Okay.
Okay, that's enough. So you can stop now.
You should probably microwave it a sec so that it warms it up a bit.
Microwave this.
Yeah.
Whew, sounds safe. Because I'm going to be impatient and try and reassemble it while it's wet. What could possibly go wrong?
So that's the
Yes, I
nylock
know the
now.
bolts are longer than they need to be. I didn't know how thick the rail was when I bought the bolt. And I know it's going to crush the box tube if we do it too tight, but I won't. Oh, it's heaps light. That's my head.
Yeah. That's like the 11th time today.
Doesn't matter. It's not like a big, heavy metal object.
You used to way worse, like underneath the
Yeah,
car.
I've definitely copped heavier objects to the head. Do love a good blunt force trauma, because we'll go up, we'll do all the anchorage. I got these load spreading washers, but unfortunately, because it's so close to the edge of the trailer, remember I said before if I used 70mm wide angle, it'd be too wide? Even now with that 45mm wide, it's only just right at the edge of the trailer, so I'm gonna have to cut those like Mudguard washers up, which is heaps fun and I love it. It's not too bad, it's just annoying. When we tighten it up, I'll put some sealant on the Mudguard washers so that they'll seal, like it'll remain watertight. Like see, that's quite broad. And then you go about
Yeah. Yeah.
So I've got to cut them up.
It's that time of the afternoon where the lighting is superb. By superb, I mean the complete opposite to superb.
Ah, noted. So do you want to grab the other side of the board for me and we'll put it in and then get covered in paint and ceramic grease?
Sure.
Ta-da!
Done. Oh yeah? Nifty as.
I'm pre-drilling these so that the plywood sheet doesn't split. Ow.
Again?
I just bashed my finger into the end of that. Cool. Hole saw.
Half saw.
Hole saw. Oh, that's interesting.
That's another thing that you say that I don't like.
No, that's how it's supposed to be.
Okay, good. I was wondering how you're going to mark these out.
Ha! Mark.
Yeah.
Funny. I like your brand of comedy. My marking tool happens to be a hole saw, as in a saw that makes holes.
Right. Oh, thanks for clarifying.
Can't tell with you.
I wasn't implying that there was anything other than making a whole hole.
I'm still confused and concerned.
Where's the packet of these? Over
Over
here
there,
somewhere?
but I still need it.
Does it say what it is on the front?
It says hole saws.
Does it? Yeah, but how's it spelt?
I wrote it. H-O-L-E.
Oh, you wrote it.
I'm not.
So, if you go onto a website, what do you
Yes.
type in?
H-O-L-E.
All right, cool. I think we're sorted now.
I can't tell if you're taking the piss or not.
I was just basically from the start. I should have asked
I still can't tell.
what is the spelling of this item?
H-O-L-E.
Okay.
What else would it be? It's a saw that makes a hole.
Yeah, but I just
As in a saw that cuts a wood.
yeah, I genuinely didn't know though.
Like,
if it
see,
was,
it's like a saw, like teeth. Like imagine if it was a saw.
No, I'm kidding.
I got a brain saw.
Oh, there's another spelling alternative, an S-O-R-E now.
Now the reason that I did it from both sides is so we didn't blow through this black edge or black finish on the panel.
Smart.
And this just clogs almost instantly. I did see a tip where someone said to drill a hole through here and it allows the sawdust to come out as you're drilling through with the hole saw.
Sorry, I sort of
Hole
wanted to
saw.
Oh, hole saw. No, where did you... where did you point? Where'd you say like the handy tip was to put the hole, like on the edge?
Oh no, in the material, like in the waste.
Yeah.
Drill on the edge of the cut down with like a 12mm drill bit so that all the swarf falls down.
There you go. Why isn't it called a circular saw? Because
a circular saw is a saw, like a circular blade that's flat to cut like sheet panel.
No, that's just...
I feel like you're taking the piss again.
That's just silly. Yeah.
I'm sure there's a thing you can buy on the net that's just got like a nut, like a knob, like a finger activated thing, you know what I mean?
Like a hex, like a giant hex sort of.
Or like a triangle-y shape.
Yeah, true.
Like the sort of fittings you got on your tripod.
Yeah.
Oh, I wonder if I can get something off your tripod.
Hey.
Like that sort of deal.
Yeah.
Like one of those thingy-doies.
Hey, I've counted how many of those are on there.
Well, there's one less now. Nah, it'll be Imperial anyway, probably. But yeah, that's my vibe.
Yes, I see.
So we should put the toolbox on it now, I guess. Slide it in just to make sure it still works. Yep. It does glide nicer now that it's had a run of the grease.
A few moments later.
So unfortunately, my awesome lines I drew on the floor, while they are in fact correct dimensionally, they don't take into account space in the air. And as it turns out, these tubs are about 10 mil too wide to get through the door on the slide out drawer when they're both long ways. So we've actually turned one of them 90 degrees. The jerry cans still fit up the top, which I've got 25 litre ones, they're 20s, so the 25 is a little bit taller again, but I think we'll be fine in that sort of piece of real estate. But the big thing, we've actually turned the toolbox sideways. It was across this way before, so I've turned it around this way, which is good for two reasons, because it's actually puts more weight basically forward and over the axle. If it was this way, we probably would have had another 200 mil of weight further back this way. So having it that way will definitely spread the load a bit better. We're also now able to fit both of our front runners beside the toolbox, so that's a pretty good setup. And now both of our rear tyres are actually going to sit here horizontally, and we've got positioning for the jack and also some other bits and pieces. We've also got our black tubs. Two of these will fit side by side on top of the toolbox. The only thing is these will need to be put in once the drawer's already in, so it's a little bit of a compromise as what I'd hoped we'd have the setup to be, but I think that'll still give us plenty of room. And then we can, like I said, we can have both our tyres there, and it's all sort of going to fit pretty well. We can also put our quick grab bag on top of the two front runners, so we can kind of pack that right in, get our two rears on, and then get the jack and stands if we need in there. Although I will probably try and pack the stands into one of these black tubs, because in the US we ran 8 tubs, and we can actually run another 2 tubs on top of these as long as we pull them out before the drawer slides out. So we do definitely still have provision to run 8 tubs in the trailer should we need it. But I'm going to go right through all our tubs and start again, because there's a lot of parts in there now that have probably been superseded throughout the process of refining the car. Also, we probably don't need to go as nuts with parts in Australia, because things are going to be easily accessible compared to the US. So we don't need to carry 2 of everything. We can probably carry 1. We can also actually split the parts, because we did have parts for the Mustang packed in our tubs. And when the Mustang, obviously we weren't racing with that car for the back half of the US trip, I just packed all the spares in with the CRESTA. Now, it's not to say we can't then split those spares back to the 2 cars again, because it makes sense to have each car with its own spares package. So I think I might actually go through our spares kit and definitely break up what isn't directly compatible with the CRESTA, or if there's 2 of something, we can put sort of half in each car, or half in the allocation for each car to definitely free some space up in this trailer, because I know Benny's also got his trailer as well. So yeah, there's no point having one of these things completely jam-packed and the other one's just full of glider fuel. So yeah, we'll have a little bit more of a tinker, and then I think that's going to be us pretty well done for the day, because this has actually taken a whole day. I thought this would be like 3 or 4 hours and we'd be done, but yeah, making the drawer up and then sort of playing around with it, putting the top on it as well. It's all kind of come together, but it's definitely taken a lot longer than I'd anticipated. All the chats, and my phone's going off again. Yeah, there is.
Like, there's still a lot of space.
Yeah, there's quite a bit of room up in the top side, so it would be a bit of a waste to just sort of pack to the door height. So being that we do have the drawer, it's obviously a lot easier to get to the back stuff. We can also stack stuff in once the drawer's put back in. So
Oh God, oh God. My bad. My
can't
bad.
take him anywhere. Lucky he's a good bloke. That's where I want it, right behind that.
Yep, so it locks it in.
Yeah. And then, yeah, we can put even things like our luggage and that sort of stuff in here too.
True.
Backpacks and whatever, because that's going to be the last thing we grab. Or first thing we grab, depending on obviously what we're doing during the day. Got to put my race suit somewhere too, so we could potentially even put that up the top there somewhere. But yeah, there's plenty of options. This trailer is literally probably a third smaller than our last one, so we're definitely up against like space with this one.
Yeah.
But it's all in there.
Keen for you to put the space guards back on.
Glad you are.
You wouldn't like paint it like spaceship livery?
I would not.
Oh, okay.
Unless Elon's given us some spono. Let's see how much weight's in it. This will be a good test.
So how quickly it actually comes down?
Not a lot of weight in it.
Yeah. Do you reckon Elon watches this channel?
Do you reckon anyone watches this channel?
Oh, true.
Some people do. We've taken a day to build like a very basic steel drawer and put some stuff in a trailer.
I feel like cutting and welding and measuring and thinking takes a long time.
I don't think people realise how long that stuff takes.
Yeah.
And the problem is too, I'd already designed all of this like 2 weeks ago, and then A, lost my notepad, and B, changed the steel that we were making it out of.
Yeah, and then obviously...
Because I got given some steel, so free steel's better than the right steel. And yeah, so the plans all changed. And in hindsight, this steel is probably better because we probably saved 5 kilos going for smaller steel. And I don't think it's actually going to make an impact at all on what we're doing, because the draw runner is going to stiffen that draw up. And we've got the legs anyway, so it's really not going to be supporting a lot of weight. And yes, I'm going to put the stupid space guards back on.
Hooray!
Like, they had all these weird rivets everywhere, so I think I'm just going to nutsert there, 2 there, 1 down the front, so it'll have 4 bolts holding this guard. And then we'll also cut around this bolt because it threaded through that before, but I'll just slot the mud guard. There's no reason it has to go there like that. So yeah, mud guards can come off, and then it'll be streamlined enough to fit in the Ram because someone didn't measure properly before they spent $3 grand on a trailer. These wheels with the lower offset may mean we can put brakes on. I don't know. We'll see how that goes. Because the discs, I don't know if they're even going to fit, but we'll find out. The discs are from a Pulsar, and the calipers are from, I'm not telling yet because I don't know if it's going to work.
Fair enough.
It's a secret until it works, and it's not a secret anymore.
That's fair.
It will be very obvious where those calipers are from as soon as you see them, but I'm not even going to talk about it until we know it works.
Is it a GTR?
No.
Oh. Well, that's my guess down the
They'd
drain.
actually be alright calipers, except they're too tall. They're too wide.
Yeah.
Because I'm just going to use solid, because the Pulsar discs are only like 9mm wide because they're solid.
Yeah.
So if you use GTR disc for a vented, if you use a GTR caliper, you need a vented disc, which is going to make it more bulky, and this trailer does not need vented discs. It probably doesn't need brakes at all, but I'd rather have brakes on it now. Well, this has been a really long episode, and I hope you guys have understood a little bit of what goes into putting one of these trailers together. We didn't build the trailer, but it's very hard to, I guess for that reason, it's very hard to make something else work for a different purpose. But I think the drawer is a really good compromise. We have obviously learnt today of a few little packaging issues, that the door is narrower than I'd anticipated, and my measurements don't reflect that probably quite accurately. But yeah, we've still got an alternate method of packing the trailer, and I think it's still going to work really well. But yeah, it is probably going to mean a little bit more packing and unpacking. Sorry, Dad. But it is what it is. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you next time.